Men say no without fear. So, this is a very specific issue with not explaining yourself that has happened so many times. I've seen so many people do this that I think that it has to get addressed separately. So, for many years, I would go to this establishment and there'd be a concierge in the bathroom, right? Handing out towels and whatever you want, cologne, so on. And they would have a tip bowl. And a lot of guys wouldn't tip. But this was an extremely consistent behavior that I noticed in men. Very, very, very consistent on what they would do is they would look at the concierge and they would say, they would do this weird patting their pockets, like all around, like from the crotch all the way around, then the other side, like they would do this gesture like they're looking for their wallet and can't find it. It's happened probably thousands of times that this is how they do. So they pat their pockets and all around their waist on both sides. And then they go, oh, hey man, sorry, I don't have money. I don't have any money right now. Or I'll get you later. Or, but they would do this patting their pockets and around their waist every time almost. And then say some kind of excuse or lie, or because if they never would take their wallet out. I never saw anyone actually take their wallet out, look at it and see if they had money and, some change. They never did. And the concierge, one of this German guy, would get so pissed off when people would do that. And I'd watch, and I asked him, I said, hey, when a guy does that pisses you off. And he's basically tells me, yeah, because I'm not fucking stupid. Like, I know if they don't have money, they don't have fucking, or if they don't feel like tipping, just fucking go. Why are they doing this, like, bullshitting me like I'm stupid? And the reason they're doing that is because they're not going to tip. They have money. Obviously, they have money because they didn't actually pull their wallet out. And this isn't a video about tipping. No, they're not going to tip. But what they do is they are afraid of saying no. And this German guy says, hey, at minimum, just keep it pushing. Like, you don't have to bullshit me. But see, even not saying anything makes them uncomfortable. Now, they're not going to tip. Remember, men make a decision and live by the consequences thereof. But do you see? They're trying to get out. They're trying to say, have mercy. Oh, don't feel bad about me. Don't think bad about me. Well, whilst they're simultaneously not tipping. So they want to not tip, but yet feel, oh, hey, don't feel, let me get out of it. Don't not like me. They're afraid. They're afraid. And these are grown men. So why be afraid of that? Why be afraid? And then I noticed that when you would go to the gas station, and a homeless person or a bum would come up, almost everyone would always say, they would ask this question. Hey man, do you have some change? And everyone usually says, oh man, sorry, I don't have any money. Which is a damn lie. I mean, they just paid for their gas, or they're walking out of the store with stuff. The guy saw you put the change in your pocket. I'm not saying you should give it to him. That's not the point. But you're afraid of saying no? Man doesn't do that. You're making a decision to not tip. So why are you going back and and doing this weird fucking dance, patting around your waistband? Oh, sorry, I don't have any money. So I developed, there is one proper, so this is very specific to the situation, but I think you can use it in other areas. But I thought to myself, well, what's the most dominant masculine? And actually, as the German guy said, I said, would you respect the people more if they just didn't do that bullshit and they just didn't tip you? Oh yeah, I'd have more respect for them than the guy who does this pretend, like patting around, looking for his wallet, never takes his wallet out. Obviously, he's bullshitting and saying, oh, sorry, I don't have money, and so on. I said, okay. So the only proper way that to handle this, most people won't handle it with someone asking them a tip in a business. What they'll usually handle it with is someone coming up to them, a bum coming up to them in the street or the gas station a lot of times. So here's what I do, and I believe this is the only way to handle this. You do not bullshit. You're going to make a decision to not tip. You literally say that. And I have done it multiple times. And of course, I've gotten some weird looks. And almost every time, this is interesting, almost every time, the bum smiles or shakes his head because they realize this is a man. He's not bullshitting me. Sometimes it's a female bum, then they smile. Usually the guy will nod his head and get that, respect. I've even had the same bums that I've turned down go and open the door for me because they've never been treated with respect. They've always been bullshitted. When you're telling people, I'm afraid of you, they can't respect you. Right? So this is what I say. I believe this is the only proper thing to do. When someone asks you, hey man, do you have any money? Which again, see, they're also scared. Because they're not actually saying, can I get some money? They're beating around the bush. What I say is, I'm not handing any money out. That's it. I'm literally telling them, and I've sometimes gone as far as yes, but I'm not handing any money out. But you could simply say, I'm not giving any money today. And I'm not afraid. I'm not going to play this patting around my waist and but not actually taking my wallet out. So obviously I'm bullshitting and, oh, sorry. And hey, I'll get you next time. Oh, I don't have any. None of that matters. You are explaining yourself. Man doesn't explain himself. He makes a decision. Sticks by it. Good or bad. Right? Consequences thereof. Hey man, you got any spare change? I'm not giving any money out. I'm not giving out any money. You don't have to be mean, but you're just stating what you're doing. You're not afraid. And they respect it because they see you make a decision not to tip, but you stick by it. You don't bullshit. You're not afraid of the consequences. You just say, this is what I'm going to do. And you do it. That's it. That is how a man says no.